stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper.
When I got up, I thought I had died and gone to hell. They blew up the mountain. They buried us. They buried themselves.
Oh, God. Mateo.
I had to find him. So I went down into that hell. It was my only choice.
Hello and welcome back to my personal play for Battlefield 1 on the hardest difficulty. We're going to be wrapping up this campaign right here. This one's pretty short, only 2 missions. And so we're in the second mission now. We have to find our friend Mateo. Coming down the mountain, fairly straightforward, guys. We're going to take out a couple of enemies. This guy is normally pushed back a little bit farther than that, but for whatever reason, when I ran it on this time, because I had practiced it a couple times, he had already pushed up. So just be careful of that. It's going to be about 3 enemies right here. Nothing too big to worry about. What we want to do now is head all the way across to the other side of the map so we can reach our next checkpoint. You guys know we do love to restart our checkpoints. The route you take is really up to you. I like to come out here kind of to the right of the map. If you look in the mini map, you can kind of see where I am. And then I like to cut all the way across the map, kind of in a straight line. I find that I don't take as much gunfire that way. If you come right down the mountain via that road, depending on where the AI is, you can take a lot of gunfire. So that just tends to work for me. And then what you want to do is come in here and go ahead and get inside of this house and then restart your checkpoint. And what that's going to do is put you off right here. You see me, I just restarted my checkpoint there. And the good thing about this is the enemies that were shooting us, right, they have to kind of spawn into the map now. They have to come up to us, so we have the advantage. Couple things you want to be careful of here is they're going to be coming in on some armored vehicles, so we definitely want to take them out via some grenades. And then if you pick up this rifle, you'll have a really good shot at hitting all your long range targets, which would be really cool. And then I think I pick up a pistol as my other weapon, just because I love pistols in first person shooters. I don't know why, but just about every first person shooter I play, if you give me a pistol for whatever reason, I feel really dominant with it, even over guns like this. So you can, your other weapon is your choice. There's plenty of stuff back here in this little house. It provides you a lot of cover, so you have a really hard chance of dying. And like I say, you just want to focus on hitting all those long range targets with your rifle. And then if they press up on you, they get close to you in that house, just pull your pistol out and go to work. You're going to see right here, I believe this is when I pull out my pistol. Yeah. And then I'm just able to do some work. I think that dude died, but I kill another guy with a pistol here in a second. You can see right there's one of the armored vehicles. I go and toss a grenade at it, just make sure they blow up. A lot of times when that blows up, you'll kill enemies that are around the armored vehicle, right? Because they'll be using that for cover. So you don't necessarily have to destroy the vehicle just because, right? You want to get those collateral kills out of it. Yeah, here's where I pull my pistol out. I don't know what it is. I feel way more confident with the pistol in these games than I do any other weapon, and that goes for any first-person shooter. I don't know why, but that's just what I like to roll with. Now you're gonna see eventually they're gonna start running away. That's great. That means you've pretty much wrapped up this objective. Go ahead and fill up on any ammo that you need, whatever you're comfortable with, and there's your objective complete. We're gonna go ahead and push up. There's really no need to restart your checkpoint here because we're gonna be going into this compound in a really safe route. Now I have never tried this any other way. The first time I played the game, the first time I played this chapter, I went this way. And I never tried another path. There may in fact be a easier path, but what I'm gonna show you is very easy. Does that make sense? So the probability of you getting through it is really good, especially because I'm gonna be showing you where all the enemies are. But feel free to explore. I think there's a couple different ways you can get inside of this compound. So if you find a easier way, more power to you. But like I said, this should be fairly simple because I'm going to be showing you where all the enemies are. And I can tell you that this route getting into the compound is safe. All the other routes, at least from what I can gather, because all the enemies are over there, like I said, I've never experimented with it. I'm sure that it's pretty hard to get into the compound in those areas just because there's a lot of enemies. And I have seen the guys with the flamethrowers, you know what I mean? They're over there too. So that can be a little bit tricky because they can burn the leaves and the brush and all that kind of stuff, and it just creates a headache. So I like to come this way. The only thing you want to keep in mind here is move slow and kind of keep a really good steady pace, because the thing about this is there's multiple enemies in here and you're in a hallway, so there's not a lot of room for you to maneuver around and grab cover. Does that make sense? So go slow. If you ever saw my Medal of Honor hard difficulty run, when we did that, I think it was like chapter 9 or something, very, very difficult section of the game. We went very slow, we had our pistol out. I'm pretty much using that same concept with this, right? You want to listen to your headset or listen to your surround sound or whatever you have in your room. Make sure that you're not hearing anybody down the hallway, the echoes, that sort of thing. You just don't want to be out in the open and then 5 guys flash around a corner, because that could be a nightmare, right? So always make sure you have an exit strategy. You can see right here, I've got some cover right here. If I get in trouble, I can get my health back, no problem. You're just baiting them into you, is all you're doing, guys. And like I said, I find the pistol really works well here. So I had no problem getting through here with a pistol. Now the next section can be a little bit tricky once we head up these stairs, but I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks for that too. Remember, go ahead and replenish your ammo. Get whichever gun you feel comfortable with. I don't know the name of this gun that I pick up here, or that I have as my other gun now. I didn't really pay too much attention, but that's the gun that I love in this game. And so I use that as my combination. Now, what you have to keep in mind here is there's going to be, I think, 2 guys that have armor on. And they have these huge guns like Gatling gun type things. And what we're going to be doing is using our grenades to take them out. And then we're going to be using our regular guns to take out the other enemies. So you'll see that here. And yeah, this gun I have in my hand right now. I don't know the name of that gun, but I really enjoy using it. So what we're doing is we're going up. There's the guys I'm talking about. See how I tossed that grenade? And what's happening is he's frozen on those steps because that's where I was. So he's shooting where I was. But because I moved to the left, he's basically just shooting the stairs. Does that make sense? So you're not in any kind of danger. It is possible for him to come down those stairs, but you can freeze him. Like right then, I froze him because I let him see me, and then I moved to the left. And that froze him in place. He started shooting, and then I was able to bounce a grenade off that wall and take him out. Does that make sense? So you just don't ever want to let them come down the stairs. If they do, fall back to the staircase that's behind me right now and go down the stairs so you can work that head glitch and get you some shots and some grenade tosses, if that makes sense. But all you have to do here is just keep going up the stairs, baiting them a little bit, thin them out. If you get in trouble, like I said, fall back to that place that's right behind us down the steps where we came from, and you'll be good to go. See right here, I just get some shots in. As soon as he starts shooting at me, I just fall back. See what I'm saying? You got plenty of cover down here. The only place that you're really worried about is where I'm pointing at now. When you're back this far, when you're up in this area, they will shoot you from above like that. But again, you can get you a couple shots on, fall back. There's another wall bang grenade. It's just that simple, guys. So that's pretty much it. That wraps it up. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. You guys be good.
No, Matteo wasn't there. I still think about that field. Every day. And almost stopped looking. Started giving in to the hope that Matteo had escaped. And then...
No! No!
He never got older. And here I am, still. Who decides such things? Buon compleanno.